Have you heard that Royal Caribbean gives their shareholders free onboard credit for their cruises? But you're not really sure what the requirements are for that or how to go about getting that credit? If so, this video is for you. I'll go through how to get online, how to submit the forms you need to submit, what the requirements are, and everything else. This might not be an exciting video, but it'll get you some freebies while you're on board right after this. To start off, you obviously, if you're going to take advantage of this benefit, you have to be a Royal Caribbean shareholder. And I'll cover the exact details about how many shares and all that you need in a second. However, before we go into that, I am not in any way suggesting in this video that buying shares of Royal Caribbean is something that you should all go out and do. It is definitely something that you need to decide on your own after you look at the possibilities for risk and for benefit. This is definitely not a cheap undertaking. However, for Kat and I, it was a very good decision. And I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, but to start off, what you need to do is you need to go to rclinvestor.com, which is this web page right here. And once you're there, you're going to go to the upper right-hand corner and click on FAQs. Now, I will tell you, this website does change on a somewhat regular basis, but usually it's pretty easy to find. So when you click on FAQs, you're going to go to shareholder benefits. And this page will pretty much walk you through everything. And so you just start at number one. Who is eligible for this benefit? This benefit is reserved for shareholders owning a minimum of 100 shares of Royal Caribbean Group, which is RCL stock at time of sailing. So in other words, you have to have 100 shares. Now, 100 shares is quite a bit of money for most people, including us, and that's why you really have to look into whether or not this is appropriate for you. And what is the benefit? So if you have 100 shares of Royal Caribbean stock or more, then you get the following benefits. If you're going on a world cruise, you get $1,000 onboard credit. If you're going on a 14-night or more cruise, you get a $250 credit. You get $100 onboard credit per stateroom for sailings of 6 to 13 nights, which is, basically your typical 7-night cruise. And you get $50 onboard credit per stateroom for 5 or less nights. And this applies to Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Silver Seas. Okay, and this is the most important part. How do I redeem this? Well, to redeem it, you basically fill out a request electronically, and you do this. They say to do it 3 weeks prior. I don't know why it says 2 to 3 weeks here, but they typically tell you 3 weeks. I'm about to do this for a cruise in 2.5 weeks from now. So it falls right into that period. And all you do is you click on the Here button and it'll take you to what you need to do. The rest of this goes over how do you combine it with other offers, are there restrictions, and obviously just go through and read all this. I don't want to spend too much time in the video for that. But anyhow, so you click on this and it's going to take you to this shareholder page, which, as I said, says 3 weeks right here. And you just click start and we start going through. Do you have the following information ready? Ship and sailing date? Yes. Reservation number? Yes. We'll need the following 3 items. Current brokerage statements of less than 90 days old. Have that. Your name matching the name on the reservation. Have that. And I have more than 100 Royal Caribbean shares. Now, one thing I will point out, the investment company that we personally use is Vanguard. I am not going to give Royal Caribbean my entire brokerage statement so they can see everything that I own through Vanguard. Vanguard has the option of basically printing out a report for an individual company that you own shares of stock in. And that's what I submit. So whether or not that will always work, I don't know, but so far it's worked fine. And so I do have this, so I click yes. And my name, which you guys all know. And I will block out my personal email. And then I just click next. And now we have to drag and drop our files. Shareholder benefits offered to guests who are eligible to reserve, blah, blah, blah. Take advantage of this offer. You need to fill out this survey and attach a copy of your shareholder brokerage statement, which is highlighted here. Okay, so I'm going to drag and drop that there, and I will be right back. All right, so I just uploaded my proof that I have the 100 shares. So now I click next, and now I have to actually go through and do my reservation and ship and so on. So let me, because I don't remember what cruise I'm going on next. So let me look that up and we'll continue from there. I'm actually going on the Symphony of the Seas. So we put that in here, Symphony of the Seas. And that's an 8-day cruise down to Aruba and Curacao. And the departure is January 13th. Oops. 13/24. And probably should blank this out, but this is my reservation number. And let's see, I believe that's it. Done. And that's it. Thank you for submitting your shareholder benefit request. Once approved, confirmation will be sent. If booked with a travel agent, please follow up with your travel advisor for an updated confirmation. It shouldn't take very long. It takes usually 5 days. I lied. It only took 3 days. So it's 3 days later, and I finally got an email from Royal Caribbean. It came from their do not reply at RoyalCaribbean.com. And it looks like an invoice, like you purchased a specialty dining restaurant or something, but there's just the information about the cruise, the ship you're on, the date you leave, and so on. It doesn't really say anything else, but when you get that, if you get on your computer and log into your account and get on the upcoming cruise, it will show you the onboard credit, and mine does, and it only took them 3 days. It's absolutely fantastic. So if you decide that owning 100 shares of Royal Caribbean is for you, then this is a very easy way of paying for a few extra perks while you're on the ship. Thank you for watching. My name's Sean, and this is the Third Orbit Travelers. If you got any value at all out of this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you like travel videos, long form travel vlogs, in-depth videos like this one, basically anything travel related, consider subscribing. See you next time.